Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Dapper Degens. My name is Josh Albrecht.
I'm that wild guy, Martin Shireen.
I'm Will Waller.
And I'm Dan Delaney.
And
where's Ross?
There he is.
Hey, Ross.
Anyway, it was nice for us all to wear florals tonight, I thought.
Yeah,
Huh?
Yeah, no.
Florals are nice.
Ross, wearing the spooky floral. That's good. Appreciate that. No, of course, we're kidding. Ross is not with us this week. He is out. He's got some stuff going on. So with us, we have not Ross. This is Mr. Josh Blum, which we're gonna get to know very well. Not really.
Well, hold on. Before you go further, is it Blum, Bloom? What is it?
Yeah, let's start there. What? Oh, hold on.
But with a B?
There we go.
I'm muted.
Oh wait, there he is. Yeah.
There we
You're
go.
good.
No, it's Blum, like plum, but with a B. So that's how I like to describe
and
it.
here's the thing.
Okay.
It makes sense because that's how it's spelled. You know, if it was spelled Bloom and you pronounced it Blum, then I'd be like, okay, you're wrong.
Or Blume.
Right.
And
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That being said, I have wanted to say Josh Bloom as long as I've known you. So
I've said it.
yeah.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
Most
also,
people
if you
do.
were Josh Bloom, then we could call you Orlando as a nickname.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
that'd be a bitchin' nickname. Can we just do that anyway? I'm gonna call you Orlando.
There's an uncanny resemblance.
but he doesn't live in Orlando.
Doesn't matter.
That's the irony behind it.
Orlando Bloom. You know, like the actor?
Yeah.
Martin?
He was in some
I
Pirates
get
movie,
it.
right?
I get it. Pirates. Yeah.
You know Pirates, right?
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
I know the
dun,
ride.
dun,
Yeah,
dun,
you
dun.
know.
Oh, like the movie.
Oh, they made movies.
He doesn't have long enough hair for the elf. though.
Based on the ride.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, unlike the other rides that were based on movies.
Okay.
That one was flipped. Anyway, so Orlando is here, and he's filling in for Ross. Ross has got some exciting new business opportunities that him and his wife Lena are doing, and so it's not like he's gone. But it is kind of funny that we played it this way because if you watch previous episodes, we did talk about the fact that at Jacksonville, Josh Bloom was saying time and time again that why don't you just get rid of Ross? I'll be on the podcast. You don't even need Ross. And I was like, all right, buddy, we've all had a lot to drink. Calm down. And then now he's here.
He's here. It's real life.
Talk about making reality what you want.
We're making dreams happen.
So welcome. I hope that this is everything that you hoped it would be.
It's already started off with a bang, Josh. I'm super excited to be here.
Good. I'm glad. Do you want to tell people a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I am Josh Blum. I live in South Florida, like the
Cool.
Fort Lauderdale area.
Martin, how was your week? You had a good week? I haven't talked to you.
It's like Ross is here.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Did you?
I got my shirt open just like Ross. Just left my.
No, there's one too many buttons on there,
But
I don't have the gold chain.
Oh, okay.
Do you call it Blum conditioning?
Oh God, I thought you were about to say something completely different. I thought a completely different word was about to come out of your mouth, and I was like, Martin, what are you doing?
Well, I know what word you're thinking. And
Yeah.
funny story is I was like
Do not tell a story about
16
that
years
word.
old.
Nope.
I
Don't tell
learned
that story.
what that word
Yeah.
was from like 7-year-olds at summer camp.
Yeah. Well, you had no choice. We are not going to explain that on this podcast.
No,
If you
I don't
are,
call it Blum conditioning, Martin. No.
Okay.
If you're
All right.
interested, you can. I don't even know. Message him on your own. I don't know. Or just start typing that into Google. Type his last name into Google.
Do
But
not go
it'll take
into
care of it.
Urban Dictionary and look that word up.
Okay, so you live in Florida, you were saying, right?
Yeah. But the southern area closer to like Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. Anything interesting about you that people would care to know?
There's a lot. I have a rich history of interesting stories.
You just
I
say
was on
no.
the Howard Stern show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Were you really?
With my grandfather. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna need to
Interesting.
hear that story. That's actually That's actually interesting. All right, we're gonna change.
I think you're the first person to be on all the podcasts
I thought
related to Roosevelt's.
right in the past like week or
Why are we
two, I've
saying
been all
that?
the
He was on
Roosevelt
the Howard
podcasts.
Howard
Yeah,
Stern
the
is
Howard
way
Stern
more
show's a little
important
bit more important.
than being on the Roosevelt Nerd podcast. Tell us about Stern.
Years ago when Johnny Knoxville and the Jackass Crew had that movie Bad Grandpa, they were doing a promotion on the Stern Show called Get My Grandpa Laid, and they said write a letter about why your grandpa should come on the show and meet these ladies of the evening from the Bunny Ranch out in Nevada, who at the time were popular guests on the Howard Stern Show. So I wrote a letter. My grandfather was living in a retirement community down here in South Florida where he was he had a couple lady friends, and at the time he was doing a little better in that department than I was.
Yeah.
So that was the basis of my letter to the Howard Stern Show, and we got selected to come on the show.
Like there, right? Like
Yes.
how long ago was this?
About 15 years ago.
How old
So
were you?
I was 25,
You're right in the
24,
prime,
something around there.
age of
Yeah.
all of it.
Yep.
And
So
and
I'm out with my. Oh, go ahead.
they
Sorry.
they flew you there.
Yeah, they flew us out there. Put us up at a hotel. We get to the studio at Sirius XM in the morning.
Amazing.
Ronnie, the limo driver, meets us downstairs, takes us up the elevator. We're doing the studio tour of the studio, and then they bring us on the show with two other grandfathers and their grandchildren. I'll send you guys the link so you can listen because it's still on
Just
YouTube.
save us the Googling.
Yeah. And they run through the whole contest. It's great, and they end up choosing some other grandpa as the winner.
Ah.
They announce that they're going to give everybody the prize, the grand prize, which is the trip to the Bunny Ranch. But the guy that ends up actually winning, he goes to the Bunny Ranch. This is all true story. Chooses his selection.
Yep.
Him and his grandson go to a steak dinner at Harvey's Lake Tahoe before he goes and meets up with his selection, and he chokes on the steak and dies.
Oh my God! I
No.
knew that's what you were gonna say. I knew you were gonna say that.
Yep.
I didn't think he was gonna die in that way, but I knew it was leading to death. Wow.
So the needless to say, none of the other grandfathers got the trip. So, but yeah, that's a very interesting tidbit about me. Wasn't expecting to open with that, but we can go there.
I mean, I'm glad
It
we
only
did.
goes
That's,
down
I
from
mean,
here.
that's the
Yeah,
most
it's all that
interesting
done
thing
now.
about you. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's it. That is your elevator pitch. That is like you have from floor 1 to floor 7 to tell people about you. That's your story that you tell.
And this is when Howard was like really good. Like he was still putting people in
Yeah.
the Sibian and the tickle
Yeah.
chair, and
Wow.
That's awesome. Any of you guys have anything cool like that?
No.
I got nothing.
No.
I'll tell a weird story. So when I was still in college. I had an internship where I was producing a online TV show for a former Green Bay Packer named Leroy Butler, and I was trying to really impress him and everything, and we were doing this show, and I heard that I'm forgetting the name, McDreamy. You know the actor that played.
yeah.
You know who I'm
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about on Grey's Anatomy.
Patrick Dempsey, I think.
Patrick Dempsey, that's his name. Yeah. So apparently he's a racer. Like he races cars too.
Mhm.
And there was a racetrack that he was going to be in a race that was like an hour and 45 minutes. And I don't know what happened, but I like set it up to where I was going to go there and have Leroy Butler interview the guy. And I don't even know how I convinced them over the phone that we were legitimate, but they were like, yeah, sure. And I didn't give Leroy any information. I just said, I'm picking you up at 8:30 in the morning and we are going to this racetrack. And he was terrified as he's sitting in the back. Like he's a Super Bowl winning champion football player. And he's sitting in the back of my 2005 Honda Civic because Julie's up front. At one point, as we're passing people, he literally says, I feel like I have to duck down. Everyone's going to think you're kidnapping me. And I was like, that's a fair point. You might want to do that. It was not a car that he should be in the back seat of.
No.
And sure as shit, we got there, and Patrick freaking Dempsey is like has his race jacket half on, and he did the whole interview with Leroy. He somehow knew Leroy and was like, I'm a huge football fan. Like, this is the best interview I've had in like 5 years and everything. And Julie was just happy because she got to come along and get a picture with Patrick Dempsey. But the fact that I did that with no, like, I could have been lying the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't ask for any credentials. They didn't ask for anything. It was just, hey, do you know who Leroy Butler is? I work for him. Can we come talk to Patrick Dempsey? Yeah, sure. And they said, yeah. And then, and from that point on, then I went into radio and everything. But it all started with kidnapping a football player, putting him in my Honda Civic, and having him talk to McDreamy on a racetrack. Not as good as my grandpa getting laid, but that's kind of my
Almost. We tried to get him laid. We tried.
Yeah.
He didn't really need help in that department, though.
Yeah, it
That
sounded
that
like you
the
said he was
problem.
doing
Yeah.
just fine.
He was
So,
fine.
Yeah, he had like his girl within Kings Point, the one that was out at Kings Point. Like,
yeah, he's players gonna play. I get it. Good for him.
Damn.
yeah.
Is this pre-Lufa?
Well, no, they're not in the villages. That's like Central Florida around the Gainesville area. This is Southern Florida. This is Kings Point Century Village. So there's a whole nother. I mean, they get down too, but they don't make it as obvious as the golf carts and the loofahs.
What do you mean by loofahs?
I don't.
Oh,
So
God.
in the villages, which is a city north of Orlando and south of Gainesville, kind of like in that flyover area of Florida, it's a retirement community, beautiful golf courses, and it's known for the elderly people driving around in their golf carts, and they put different color loofahs on their golf carts, and the color of the loofah indicates what they're into in terms of there's a big swinger community.
The
with
upside down
with
pineapple
elderly.
life.
So
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm gonna need a timeout. 30 seconds. First, I'm very proud of you, Josh, for the way that you described that to Martin. Thank you. That was good.
Very
Second,
professional.
Dan, how do you know about the loofah signaling community?
Sir, I make it my job to know these things.
Okay, there's definitely that's the right face, Martin. That's okay. That's okay.
Nope. I know
That's for
people
the Dapper
who
Degens
are
after
in,
hours. That's what that
I
is.
know people who are in these kinds of circles, and
You do? How do people
doing
know these
research.
people?
Well, Dan does have elderly relatives in the Central Florida-ish area. I'm not saying they're
that's
participants,
true.
but they could be friends of participants. No
What?
judging.
I forgot that.
What?
Wait, is that why we couldn't? Never
no,
mind.
no. That is not why we couldn't go see my grandma on the way to check.
Oh,
Hey, the rails?
yeah. We're going. We go.
No, I don't know how to politically or
No one does.
properly say how I know some of these things, but
TikTok.
Yeah, they are very popular on TikTok
Mhm.
because people will like go through the
I don't
city like trying
don't
to
like that.
see the loofahs, and they'll put them on TikTok, and they'll be like, "What does yellow and blue mean?"
Well, that's the one of the bridges you can see the golf carts go over.
Yeah.
Wow.
so the easy answer why I'm turned into some of these things is a coworker of mine.
Turned in, not turned on. You heard it right.
Coworker of mine, when we were working in a restaurant, told me that I'm apparently a type that people are attracted to, and let me know because at the time the big thing was like bandanas and the different colors and patterns being indicators as to I'm looking for this.
Yeah, bandanas, loofahs. There's
So loofahs were just an evolution of that.
Interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have no idea how to pivot out of this. So I'm just gonna jump. So MegaCon's coming up. Speaking of Florida, I guess we could.
Yeah.
Everything
That's
happens in
about
Florida.
45 minutes to an hour away from
God.
Lufa headquarters. But
Oh, Jesus.
Mr. Blum, are you driving?
Yeah,
to
Orlando, you driving?
MegaCon, not any north of that.
Yeah.
Don't forget, I come from the south, so I go north.
So people are starting to plan for MegaCon, and the biggest reason is that Mosh Isley, the emo Star Wars little dance party that happened, that's happening again this year, is tickets went on sale for it, and I have some thoughts. The first thought was,
when do you not have thoughts?
That's a fair point.
When he sleeps.
No, that's usually when I have most of them. Why the hell is it always after all of this stuff happens that we're going to find out what Roosevelt's has planned?
Well, they're going to be at MegaCon.
Okay.
And they sponsor Thank the Maker, who puts on Mosh Isley.
Yes, but last year at Mosh, I'm going to say it was 90% insiders. Like, it was mostly us.
You're not wrong.
I feel like if that's the case, right, and it's almost a non-private private event. I mean, would it be awful for us to just be able to buy these tickets knowing from insiders or from HQ, like, hey, yes, go buy those. We're doing this. We don't have details, but yes, go buy those. Go. We'll be there. It kills me that we can't, that's the case.
So I'd kind of disagree a little bit. I would say last year's Orlando Mosh was pretty much a significant amount of the folks that came from the Roosevelt's event. San Diego, not that way.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about 1 year ago. I'm talking about Orlando, though. Like, I'm talking about that event.
I feel like the popularity has gone significantly up. More people know about it, and I think it's going to be a bigger mix.
I still feel like that's even more of a reason, though, for Roosevelt's to be ahead of the game of getting information to the people that are paying to go and be a part of this trip.
Well, I mean, do you want to go because you enjoy the event, or do you want to go because you think Roosevelt's is going to be, somehow?
I want to know that that's their plan. I don't want to have to pay for something ahead of time because I'm worried that I might miss out on it, to then find out that Roosevelt is doing something else that night,
like
because they were going to plan.
Okay.
Right. And I don't know, like, it's,
I mean, at that
I'm
point,
not saying they have to lay everything out. I'm just saying, especially if you sponsor whatever you said, like, enough to just put out a message to just say, like, hey guys, we know tickets are going on sale tomorrow. Like, we saw the message, same as you. Like, we don't have details, but we're excited.
Let me look up the post that was made today. See who was hashtagged in it.
I agree with you, Josh. Even if Roosevelt's just reposted their stuff, like gave you some sort of clue that they were going to be involved, or I don't see them doing anything on that night that's not Mosh, because I think everybody at HQ is going to want to be at Mosh whether or not they're involved or not.
Agreed.
But I agree with you in terms of, like, hey, if they are going to be a part, let's just get like an Easter egg to at least make it obvious enough to not have us worry about that, because MegaCon is stressful enough as it is.
I mean, they didn't specifically call out Roosevelt's or hashtag Roosevelt's, but if you look in any of the photos from Orlando last year,
well, they didn't
80% of the shirts are all Roosevelt shirts.
Well, right, but that's just that doesn't, like, that's because they had no other pictures. Like, who are they?
No, but they could very easily sit there and well, but
look,
I go to the event because I like the event. If Roosevelt's is there,
100%.
great, it's fun. But
100%.
am I gonna pick an HQ event where it's gonna be, okay, we're gonna do these things, I'm gonna see everybody, or here's a guarantee, like, I'm gonna have a really awesome time at like an emo night that's Star Wars themed, that's really nerdy, that I've done. This will be my third one. It's a fucking blast. It's just fun. And guess what? My friends are going to be there.
I don't disagree with you. The point of what I'm trying to say, though, is that's you. That's you. There are going to be new people that just joined Insiders that have maybe Jacksonville was their first meetup, and now they haven't been to a con, and now they're going here and they hear this thing about Mosh, and they were added to MegaCon group chats, and they're going, I don't understand. Am I supposed to buy tickets for this? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not saying that it's HQ's job. I'm just saying, like, there's a community here. I don't think it would hurt to just, that it's happening. Just put something out. Put a little message out.
Well,
And if I'm the guy that gets in trouble for fighting HQ and putting those messages out, so be it. Like, I don't care.
let's wait to see what field notes are come out this week or in the next week. Or has anybody checked, the Roosevelt's HQ calendar for 2025? Now that Mosh has officially gone on sale. I haven't.
I didn't check it today.
I haven't.
No.
But for all we know, it's been updated.
I'm just saying there are new people joining the group.
No, I know. No, there are people that message me today. They're like, "What is this?" I'm like, "If you want to have a really fun, awesome emo night and listen to 90s and 2000s punk and rock and all the fun shit that we all grew up on. Well, we grew up on. I go and have a really awesome time with Roosevelt's insiders that have a really big turnout. Spend $38 and have a blast."
Yeah. Yep.
I've spent $38 on worse things in life.
Oh, yeah, of course. Before we move on from this, anyone else have thoughts on just that point or MegaCon in general?
I mean, MegaCon was where we all, not Ross, but actual Ross.
Including Ross, yeah.
And not Ross, and not Ross too.
And not Ross too.
Yeah, that's where I first met all y'all too.
So. Oh look, yeah, there's Ross. Yeah, so that's where the five of us actually were all together for the first time.
I'm Ross. I'm from a strip club, a strip mall.
Hold on, do that again. That's actually.
Do it again.
Me. Just came from a strip club and a strip mall. Look at me. I don't know how to say Chipotle or I don't know any music. I'm Ross.
It's actually a really good impression of Ross.
I love you, Ross. I love you. I called him. I felt bad about the way you portrayed me last week, Josh, that I was some drunk, obnoxious dude gunning for Ross's job.
What?
So I called him and cleared the air on this weekend and said, hey, I wasn't gunning for your job, bitch. I have your job. No.
Yeah. I was gonna say all I said was what you said. So I don't know.
Well, no. You like it was all taken out of context. But I love Ross. I love Ross, and I don't want his job. I just very am appreciative that he tapped me in to fill in for him while he's busy at the store. And I wish him and Lana nothing but success. I love them, and I hope to.
Wait. How did you say her name?
Lana.
Yeah, it's kind of like Blum and Bloom.
It's one of those
That's
things.
how you say it. It's Lana. It's not Lana.
It's definitely not Lana.
It's Lana.
It's
Lana.
I don't think it's a hard A. Is it?
Oh God.
I think it's Lana. Like Atlanta? No.
We could spend the rest of the podcast.
We know it's not Lana Del Rey. We know that.
No.
Right. Tune in next time for the proper pronunciation.
Do you have any idea how many times we've asked Ross this question?
Every time it's different.
It doesn't stick. It's just.
But it was this podcast. I was calling him Searlock for a year, and
we
until
all
they finally said,
I'm
Ross Kierlock, and I'm like, that's not how you say your name.
Searlock.
Yeah, we were like, how are you saying your last name wrong? Like, of all the people, you should know how to say your own last name, and he does not. He still doesn't.
Him and the John Calcanes, who I always
Calcanes.
But I correct people and say no, it's Calcanus, but I'm the one that's wrong.
Say John T's last name.
Yeah.
Who?
John T.
John T. HQ. Founder of Roosevelt.
Oh, I'm not even gonna.
What is it? What?
Come on. Come on.
I don't. You got.
He pleads the fifth. Okay.
Yeah. I plead the fifth.
All right. Anyway, so back to me complaining about stuff. Black Friday sales happening in the world of Roosevelt's, and
on Thursday.
Yeah. Let's talk about the free gifts.
Oh.
The free gifts. My bank account disagrees. Free my ass. I spent so much money to get something I definitely don't need. And then they switch it up. And then they're like, psych, that was last week. Now we got different free gifts that you actually want. I'm like, no, I want that backpack. And then I was like, okay, just wait until the drop because you know you're going to get the Frosty shirt. So just like wait. And
you really want Frosty
with the Frosty shirt.
And
All gone. They're gone. So now I didn't get the backpack. I got to put out an ISO BST post.
Hold on.
Did
Do
anyone
you
get the backpack?
need the backpack?
I need
He
it.
needs
Dan,
it.
I said need. Now, you got the fanny pack, right? You said you got the fanny. You were you didn't, Dan. Oh, you said you saw it.
Well, I
You
saw
was
it.
still available.
So I was trying to do an exchange on the heavy shirt jacket because apparently it's
Yeah,
way
you
too
took mine
big,
down. Yep.
The what?
and I couldn't exchange it.
The shacket.
The
yeah.
The
shacket.
shacket.
The jacket.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't exchange it, but it's like, oh, we'll give you credit to just go, to the store and buy stuff. Well, then it's in stock on the store. So I put it and it starts doing the whole, here's your tier of gifts. And I'm like, cool. And then I click the button because I'm trying to figure out how to check out, but you have to like return to the exchange thing.
Yeah.
And because it flips you back to the returns and exchange,
No
those
gift.
astronomical gift prices that are in there, it charges you.
No.
So I had to
amazing.
go zero out all of that.
Or you got the $550 umbrella.
500. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a $400 fanny pack.
Yeah.
Because
the
I'm like,
$400
what?
It's a
Why are
nice
you trying
fanny
to
pack.
charge me $600 and something dollars?
It's a really nice fanny pack.
If,
I
if-
opted no gift and went deeper discounts instead.
yeah, smart.
Yeah.
That's probably what I should have done. It's not what I did. And then I didn't even get the backpack. And so if anyone watching this, if any of like the 12 people that are going to watch this ended up getting a backpack, please, and they don't want it, they were like, oh no, it just came with it. Let me know, please. Thank you. Do we have any guesses? Because we still have one more week of gifts, of free gifts. So
Yep.
for everyone that's already spent thousands of dollars on stuff, not using any of their rewards or coupons because they want a free $400 whatever fanny pack, we have any guesses on what's left?
Wrapping paper.
Oh yeah, wrapping paper. We have wrapping
Well,
paper.
wrapping paper comes
No,
with
I think
all.
they're just going to give that out.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You're talking like the tiered gifts. I'm throwing
but
those
that's-
socks out there. Socks.
Socks were in
Nope.
the list today.
Oh, they were in the okay. They were. In
They
the
were
list
the
today.
tier 1.
Were they?
Were they really?
And then the
No.
performance hat was tier 2, and the fanny pack was tier 3.
Okay.
Interesting.
At what
So
time was this?
Roosevelt's flag, one of the flags, because those
One of the
are
flags.
That would be
That's
cool.
a good one.
I do need a flag.
That's a
those
good
are
one.
sitting on the shop for a while. Maybe sunglasses too.
Sunglasses got
sunglasses are
doorbuster.
They got a
I
deep
think.
discount. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those might be gone. I think it's going to be something else that isn't like out there, like
Like-
not something we haven't seen,
Like a
Like the fanny
duffely,
pack,
like,
like
a
the-
duffely kind of thing.
like a
Well, they seem to be in the
duffel
bag
could be a thing.
theme.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think
a
about.
plush little Kunu doll.
Oh,
that'd be
can
fun.
you imagine people
I-
would
How
go
How
bonkers.
Especially
dare
if
you.
they did like different little kunus like on the shirts where he's like the
what if they're
Daniel.
collectibles?
Daniel.
Did we
Like you
just
get a
speak it
Kind
random
of
into
like the
existence?
No,
like
do
the
not
kid
put that
robot
into
plush
existence.
one. I like this.
Yeah.
I like where we're going with this.
Yeah.
Good thing there's a suggestion thread.
Yeah. Yeah,
Nah.
that's great
Nah, I don't know if it.
for next year.
Yeah, maybe. Well, we'll see about that, but I will tell you, I've gone through those doorbuster sales looking for the discounts on things. I'm like, I don't think there's anything left.
I'm waiting for performance hoodies to come
I
down
don't know.
further.
Well, the other thing is sizing. Like for a lot of this stuff it goes fast. I think on
Josh
Monday,
and I
like,
have to
couple
complain.
hours, there was
yeah.
there was Indiana Jones
And
shirt,
then there wasn't.
and then those went real fast.
What I was shocked to see was some of the retail exclusives. The
Yep.
Disney 100
Yeah,
retail
yeah.
exclusives on the
Those went
app
quick.
for $28 and $32.
Those went quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those went real quick.
Well, they are making it clear to everybody when we
We're
did the
done with Disney
100 thing,
100. Yeah,
we-
get this out of our
we
warehouse.
Do you guys remember when that first came out and we were like, not the first Disney 100 drop, the one that
No.
had Drawn to Life, and we were like, okay, you remember how Steamboat went like right away, and it like never went out of stock. Drawn to Life like never. They must have bought
They
like
had a
3 million.
they
They
had
were
a
like,
so
buy
good.
all of them, and now they're like, we got to get rid of these.
Mhm.
$10, just
well,
take it.
The
We
only
got-
the only way they would probably discount it to that extent is one, they made their money back and made a profit on them already. So now it's just we'll take the profit margin
Oh, I'm
off
sure.
of a regular shirt for whatever else we sell.
Well, if you don't remember, or if you remember, they were supposed to stop selling them in
June.
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 and then they were just like, you know what, Disney gave us the green light to just keep going, so keep buying them.
Yeah, they didn't buy any more past that point because they
No,
also
no,
probably
but they
realized they
just were-
ordered way too many.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But-
so no more could be
Hey.
made, but sell your
Hey,
stock.
it's money.
yeah, no,
Those have been around for what, almost a year now?
Close to,
exactly
yeah.
a year. Yeah, Disney's been 100 for 101.
Yeah.
October.
Yeah,
Because I know Josh and I first got that drawn to life, and we were trying to get tuxes as quick as possible.
Yep.
For MegaCon, which
yeah.
we did. We did,
did, yeah.
successfully. Yeah. We were the first ones to have that at MegaCon. And then like we thought we'd be so cool. We were like, oh, just wait until everyone sees how cool we look in these.
Yeah.
And then people were showing up in just like the most baller outfits. And we were like, we are schlups. We got what do we got? Some shorts. We think we're cool because we have shorts. On top of that, mine were way too big, and Martin's were like too tight, and so like we weren't even comfortable. Like it was a mess. But
It was an adventure.
you couldn't tell through the photos, so that was fine. Is anyone still holding out anything for the sale? Is anyone still waiting
I'm not
for
buying
everything
a
to
Wall
drop?
Creeps hoodie until it drops.
Okay, you thinking it's going to drop?
I'm waiting for the actual Black Friday deals.
If it drops, I don't think it's going to be more. I don't think it's going to be significant.
I mean, it only dropped 10% so far.
I could see it dropping to 20.
Like,
Yeah?
it 20 to 30% in that range. I
Will's a
can
buyer.
justify that purchase.
Especially
Maybe I'll
where you say that, Will.
send you some money because there is one shirt. There's the like tattoo version of the Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Because I love the tattoo themed
Oh, yeah.
shirts.
Oh, yes.
It's fairly well discounted.
Is that the Weasley's Wizarding
Yeah.
Wheezes?
No.
Yeah, I think so. No, I think that's it.
We
It's
got
like
one
the one
yes
with
and
all
one
the
no.
houses on it, right, Dan? It's got like all the house insignias
Yeah.
on it.
Is it light blue?
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a
light
lighter-
blue.
Oh,
Yeah. The
Internet.
Wizarding Weasley
Hold
one
on.
reminds me of Night Game.
Wizarding Inc. is the shirt you're talking about.
well, that would make sense.
Where's the one that I was thinking?
But that's the
Oh,
only shirt that I really
Weasley's
want. Like,
Wizard Wheezes. That's not hard to say at all. Was the one I was thinking of.
part of me wishes I was like patient with all my converting shirts to size
Mhm.
down and waited for this.
Yeah.
But
Because it would have been cheaper to just buy some of them than swap. You saying?
well, I mean, it'd be easier to just buy them versus trying to find the trades. But
Yeah, it is work. It's a lot of work. You have to deal with that, Orlando? You ever get fat or more skinny?
I dread having to size up, so I consistently work out to stay the same exact size.
See, and I consistently eat to stay this fat.
Well,
Yeah,
I,
that's the
I
same.
even though I am not Ross and I have a very similar weight loss journey. Both of us were 100+ pounds heavier, and have lost
Really?
the and I've lost the weight over the past 2.5, 3 years and kept it off. Different approaches to it, but started around the same time and have been able to keep it off. So we are both kind of motivated in that sense to stay in the Legion of Large, because it terrifies me having to think about replacing
it's-
all the shirts in my closet.
It's a serious thing. I
Mhm.
had lost 40 pounds, and I was almost in a 2X, and I kid you not, I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I had invested so much in this collection of clothing, and I know it's been done, right? Dan did it. Aaron has done it with Wales. The man
Mhm.
traded his Jordan for a smaller Jordan. I'm like,
And just watch, because
Wow.
he's going down to large too. He's about
He
to
is.
he's about to totally switch down to large. He's been putting in a lot of work on Peloton and rucking, and shout out to that man and what he's doing. But he's gonna have to switch his entire collection again.
Yes,
I don't
I do
envy.
not-
I don't
Listen,
envy anyone that has to do
Go,
it.
Yeah.
go eat some fried chicken, my man. Okay?
He
I will.
he
Don't worry.
does, and he burns it off, man. He doesn't let it. He doesn't let it sit there.
Yeah,
He's on
I'm
the
saying
bike
it's a
with us at
personal
8 o'clock
choice.
in the morning almost every day. So
It's a personal choice and one that he should change.
It seems like you guys have a lot of fun. I'm kind of jealous. I almost want to get a bike, but just
you
haven't pulled the
should.
trigger yet.
We actually have a
That'd
sub
be the
group
dumbest
of
idea.
a Roosevelt's group of people who ride Peloton. We have a group chat of like 25 people, and we do
Look,
Oh
rides
wow!
together. Yeah.
I didn't
Orlando,
realize it was that big.
Orlando, I'm just gonna tell you the truth from my friend Martin here. I'm gonna speak for him. My man would buy that bike in a heartbeat. He would get it.
Huh?
He would set that bitch up.
Yep.
He would use it once,
And
and then
then
he would not be able to find it under.
It'd be
shirt.
Bike Mountain
Yep.
So what
And
you're
then it
describing
would be-
right
With
now is
with
Mr.
all the
Ross
spandex
Sherlock.
pants.
It would just be covered in shirts. It would be,
Mm.
and
That's
under
Ross.
there is a dream that I once had. That's what would happen if he bought.
No,
it.
I don't think Martin would cover his in shirts. I just don't think it would get used enough because he's never home.
Well,
Yeah, you're just being nice. No, it just wouldn't. He
No, he's
bought
gonna
it.
switch
Yeah,
all his hotels to the
We
fancy
totally
ones.
talked Ross into getting a bike. He got it, set it up, has used it once, and that's it. And this has been
Wow.
a couple months now.
Now I could see Martin getting Ross's bike.
That's a possibility.
That
no,
seems-
no. The transportation costs would outweigh
Right.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
It's
Wouldn't
Plus,
make it worth it.
there are
Kinda
so
what I
many
do.
people in his area that are probably selling bikes with like less than 10 rides on them. He can get it for like $500.
Yeah, how many rides you got on that? I'm looking for 118 rides.
Wait, they only cost like $500?
Used
Oh,
ones
God,
now,
don't
you,
say
you
that.
know, you
Don't
could probably
say that.
get it for
Don't.
500-600
Dude,
bucks.
we'll
Brand new
just-
one you can get for like 1,000.
Martin, there's a Peloton store like right near the Lego store.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I know.
just
It's
take the money
upstairs.
and don't spend it here. Spend it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I would totally get one, except for they don't exactly make them plus size friendly.
I like the platform for everything it offers, not just the cycling, the weightlifting, the meditation, the running and walking,
Yeah.
a little bit of yoga, some mobility, everything that you would need. Josh, you're shaking your head, man.
I'm
You ever
not gonna
done
lie, at this point, it
some
definitely
mindful
seems-
meditation before you go to sleep.
The flag definitely is. I'm more curious about the Peloton flag behind you now. It
No, those
definitely
aren't
seems
flags. Those are actual towels. After
Okay,
I get
you're
off the
getting-
bike, I wipe
oh.
my face on those.
You're getting commission. Like now at this point, like you get commission. Like now,
Little did we
now the
know.
towels seem weird. Like
It was gonna
before,
become a
like, oh,
Peloton
now,
ad.
now it's
It's
just
his
have to
pre-workout.
No,
It's
it's
Just have
got
to show up.
heroin in it.
yeah, now it's a thing. All right.
Say that again, Dan.
It's
Nope.
the pre-workout that he does. It has
Yeah,
the
but-
heroin addiction.
Hey,
Oh.
Ross is back. So in other words,
So anyway, as
Yeah,
we wrap
so-
things up here,
Oh
You
my
know,
goodness. Are we at
I-
time already?
Yeah.
we're overtime. We've been talking for
we went into
so
overtime.
much- We did.
Wow,
We did. This is what happens when you have guests. We talk too long.
Well, that's fine though.
But
Well,
because
Howard
Ross
Stern.
doesn't usually ever talk.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Howard Stern.
Stern.
Do you remember a half hour ago when the man talked about Stern?
I'm gonna drop
Nah.
that
You could
link to
just
you
clip
guys.
out that whole MegaCon
All downhill.
Yeah,
section.
just listen to Howard Stern and then Peloton, and that's the whole
he's
episode.
just getting-
No, don't forget we talked about the loofahs and
Oh, Lupus.
oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Lupus. Oh, yeah, the Lupus. Now, what exactly was the address for that location again? Just
Yeah,
for
yeah.
like research
Yeah,
purposes.
that's okay. We
Is
can-
that going to be the gift that we give Madigan for the cruise? Just a whole box of loofahs?
Oh my god! Actually,
we
I would
have
like
a
to
lot
see
of fun gift
Roosevelt
planned for
loofahs.
Madigan. Don't you worry.
I think we should have the Roosevelt's loofahs be the next tiered gift
Oh,
of the
Jeez.
Black Friday sale, and we call that full circle. That's
All
what we
right,
do right
folks.
there. All right, thanks everyone for joining us for another awesome episode of the Dapper Degens. Thanks so much, Mr. Orlando Bloom, for joining us on today's episode. We appreciate it. You can find out more about Josh Blum on one of the other podcasts that he'll be on that Roosevelt's people like to do. For everyone else, if you want to see more of the crap we do, just watch the video like below this one. Otherwise, tune in next time because we're not done yet.